seem like you have an issue with that. What's really going on in there?
I mean, I don't have a huge issue with it. I just think that
You just want to look like a bum all the time.
Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. And if you're new here, welcome to our channel.
I'm Susie.
And I'm Ness, and this is Mom and Daughter Talk, where we hope to inspire,
encourage,
and uplift your mother-daughter relationships. Thank you for joining. If you're new here, we drop videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when new content has arrived.
Okay, I like that. So what are we talking about today, Ness?
So today we are on part 5 of a series we like to call What Is? Yeah. So today we're talking about what is beauty? Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty. You know, we kind of say that word a lot. Oh, this is beautiful, that's beautiful, and things like that.
Yeah.
But I always like, there's a saying that says, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So meaning whoever's looking and what they consider beautiful is beautiful to them, that it's more subjective than objective. So actually, scientifically speaking, it is when things are more symmetry and things like that, as far as physical beauty, that it attracts the eye. But like I said, I think it really depends on who's looking. And, you know, sometimes we even say, as far as being attracted to somebody, saying, oh yeah, he's my type or she's my type. Well, it's because to them, that's beauty. But someone else may say, not quite my type. You know what I mean? So I think it's very more subjective than we think.
That's a really good point.
Thank you.
Yeah, and when it comes to beauty as far as like physical, what you just said, I'm thinking you're meaning like physical, like even like a painting or like decorating a room or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's so many ways we could take this topic, but just disclaimer, these are just our opinions of what beauty is. And there's so many sayings like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. It's not what's on the outside that matters. It's what's on the inside. And I think those are all true, but I don't know if it's because of the season I am in life right now, but I kind of attribute beauty to, like, I visualize a flower that's budding and over time, as it's being nurtured, watered, you know, fed, it's getting sunlight, like it's going to blossom into a beautiful, I almost said butterfly. It's going to blossom into a beautiful flower. And I think beauty for me right now is the journey of my becoming.
Oh, that's good.
And becoming a woman, becoming a woman of God, becoming like the best friend I can be to my friends, the best daughter I can be to you, the best sister I can be to my sister. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that really is more internal beauty, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think you can kind of separate the two. I know you said about, well, it's not really what's on the outside, but it's the inside that counts. Ultimately, I do believe those characteristics and those qualities are more lasting, because things that you can see are absolutely temporary, but things that you cannot see are eternal. So I do think that there should be more emphasis and importance to that. Like, for instance, sometimes you've had this happen where you see what you feel like is a gorgeous looking man or a woman, but if their attitude really sucks, they just are not as cute. At least to me, like, they're just not as cute as they were. You know what I mean? So I think it's a bit intertwined. And then I think that as far as internally, I think confidence and knowing who you are is such a form of beauty. I really do. I'll give you an example. Actually, in my 20s, there was a time where, like, I think I was a slave to makeup, where I felt like I couldn't even really go out to run a quick errand without makeup, right? And so I felt kind of challenged, really, by the Lord to not wear a stitch of makeup for a whole week. I mean, like, going to work and I'm in the beauty industry, but not wearing makeup. And so I did it. And what was crazy was at the end of the week, I felt this liberation because I didn't look as bad as I thought I did in my head, because some people really didn't even notice, you know. And then another thing is I didn't feel like this thing had me, where I felt like I had to cover up, because makeup is a covering up in some ways. It's actually contouring and highlighting, but it's where I personally felt, like I said, I felt liberated from the fact of always having to wear makeup. And so in that way, I felt like I developed internal beauty. in that case. Yeah, a little bit more of knowing who I am, and that nothing external really has to depend on how I feel about myself internally.
Yeah, and everyone is different. I love how you started off with saying like beauty is subjective, because it really is. And I love your example of like, someone might think a man is beautiful and the other might be like, oh, he's alright.
Yeah.
And then vice versa for a woman too. But I also want to ask this question.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is your stance on if you are, like dating, engaged, or even married, and your spouse or your significant other is saying, expressing what they think is the most beautiful, like, oh, I love your hair when it's straight rather than curly, or I love when you wear these type of heels, or something like that. Like, where do you think kind of the line is, or is there a line or a boundary when your person who you're in relation with kind of has a different opinion of what beauty might be?
Right.
On your body.
I think I'm going to equate it to marriage, because I think it's different. Going steady is different than marriage.
What's going steady?
Being boyfriend, girlfriend, and things like that, or when you're just dating. The reason I say that is because in the beginning, when you're getting to know one another, it can almost come off kind of controlling, where they want a certain type of look on you, and it's like, well, that's really polar opposite to what I really want to do. Then it's like, maybe we're not a good fit. But once you are married and you know that you've made a covenant, and you know that part of the covenant is, I have decided to forsake everyone else, and I'm going to be with you and you exclusively, right? So therefore, I think it's wise for a man and a woman to do things that is attractive to their husband or their wife. And I guess, there's a limit to it, whatever. But as far as, let's say, hairstyle or whatever, yeah, I would acclimate to that. If they like my hair a certain way, I would do it. No problem. And I would think vice versa. If I like your hair in a nice fade, clean fade all the time, then please go to the barbershop once a week.
Well, what if they, so you would actually submit to that with your husband all the time?
I would.
All the time?
Well, to a degree. Like I said, you mentioned hairstyles and things that are more external. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. There's a balance to it. If it can't be like, oh, I want you to wear makeup to bed every night. I can't do that because it's just not good for my skin. I'm not going to do that. So, but as far as like a preference in hairstyle, or, sense of style, or something that they particularly like, let's say, for Valentine's Day or on their birthday or whatever. Yeah. If they like me in heels, heck yeah, I'm going to put some heels on.
Well, that's 2 times out the year, rather than every single day they request you to wear whatever they want you to wear.
Well, it wouldn't be functional for them to say wear heels every day. I think that's
But I think
that's not a realistic demand.
That's also, everyone's different. So you seem to be more on board with it. On the flip, I don't know. We got to talk this out. There's got to be a compromise. That's why I was like, what would the balance be? Because if you're asking me to wear my hair a certain type of way, do this and do that, like, you can also ask it in such a loving way. But, it comes down to, compromise.
I think it's definitely compromise, because remember I said I would acquiesce to that, but I would in turn think that he would acquiesce to my desires as well. So that's the compromise. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you asked, would I be willing to? Yeah. Because I actually like catering to my man. I like, giving and things like that.
Cater to your man? If you got one.
And vice versa. If you're a woman, do that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think, I'm sorry. Were you going to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then go.
Yeah.
Okay. I also think that, sorry, I just wanted to clear up something that you said, because I just had a little different opinion a little bit.
Of course.
So you said when you're not single, when you're dating, in the dating phase, and, the man or the woman is like in the beginning, or they're saying it a lot, like, hey, like, can you wear your hair this way or something, because I prefer that. You said it can come off as controlling?
I think it can. Yeah, there's one thing to say, you know what, I really love it when you wear your hair curly. I love it when you wear your hair up. That's my favorite style. Yeah. Versus, you know what, you should wear your hair that way. Put on these clothes. Ooh, that doesn't look good. I'm like...
So you're saying the way that the question is asked will determine more so the response?
Well, I think the way the question or request is stated shows what's in the heart. So, for instance, if he comes off and he's demanding or she's demanding, I want you to wear this, this, that, or not to wear this, then to me, too much of that seems like I said, he or she might be a bit controlling. Or maybe I'm not the one for you because that's not what I like to do. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What do you seem like you have an issue with that? What's really going on in there?
I mean, I don't have a huge issue with it. I just think that
you just want to look like a bum all the time. Is that what? No, I'm just
what
kidding.
you mean? No.
I'm kidding.
No, I just think that if I'm dating a man and, you know, and like you said, it depends on the tone, the way that it is phrased and how you ask or how you state it and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like I wouldn't result like you letting me know and honestly being open with me and telling me like what you think looks best on me, or you know, to me I take it as you're just giving your opinion rather than you're trying to control me. But that definitely depends on like how they ask.
Yeah, and how many times and with what kind of spirit they make that request.
Yeah. Okay. I think because when you said controlling, I was like, wait, I don't think it would always be controlling.
No, I don't think it's always controlling, but too much of it, you would kind of question, like, what's the problem?
Okay. Because I would prefer if the guy who I'm dating would say, you know, oh, like, I like your hair when it's like this the best. Because then I make mental notes. I'm like, okay, duly noted. Like, I'll wear this more often than not. Because like you said, like, I want to take your feelings into consideration and what you like.
Yeah, and absolutely, I think you should. But so let's say the guy you're dating was like, you know what? I just like more natural looking girls and I don't want you to wear any makeup at all. But you like makeup. You like the art of, you know, putting on makeup, this, and the other, whatever. That'd be kind of rough.
Yeah. And if you can't come to a compromise in the dating phase, then
that's what I mean. Like, maybe I'm not the girl for you.
Oh, so you're going extreme. Okay. Well, you literally just got like a raw type of conversation we have on a, you know.
Yeah. So what's your definition of beauty?
My definition of beauty would be
5 minutes later.
Well, name something that's beautiful to you, that's aesthetically pleasing to you.
Aesthetically pleasing?
Oh my gosh. I didn't. Oh my God.
That brother is gorgeous. No, just kidding.
See, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. She thinks he's gorgeous. Someone may not. You know what I mean? But that's okay. I always say, you know what? As long as I am beautiful and the most gorgeous woman to my husband, then I'm good. Yeah, that's all I need to be. That needs to be attracted to me.
I mean, okay, so beauty to me can be like, ooh. So sorry. So like,
ooh.
Like what I create is beautiful to me. Whether it is music, whether it is art, whether it is editing a video, whether it is graphic design, like the things that I create, I feel like because it's coming from like my being, like my literally what I think is beautiful, I might not even know what it is until like, you know, I draw it or I write it down or I create that lyric or something because it's coming from my soul, like it's coming from the inside. So honestly, beauty, sometimes I don't even know what it looks like.
Oh,
but I know.
Presented to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then when I see it, I'm like, whoa, I did that? Like, that is beautiful. Or like somebody else like drew a painting or, you know, created this video game or something. I'm like, whoa, like that is dope. Like you did that? That is beautiful.
So it's creativity that you feel. Yeah. That's true. I think earlier you mentioned about artwork. When you go to a museum, right? Or, you know, art gallery or whatever, people have different opinions of what artwork is beautiful to them. You know what I mean? Some people love the more realistic. Some people love more the abstract, you know. Like one time I saw this one artist was an abstract artist, and the form was such where it looked like he threw paint against the wall, right? But it was selling for tens of thousands of dollars, right? For me, that kind of art, like it has to be real special because I feel like my toddler could have done that, you know, but that's just not my genre that I like. So again, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, but I think art is a great Great example. Yeah.
And art is like music, style, man.
It's very fluid. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it's not like math where it's like 2 + 2 is 4. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
very fluid and eclectic, and just it's by interpretation of what beauty is.
Yeah, you could take beauty in so many different ways. I don't think there's like a strict answer on that one. What's your definition of beauty?
Good one.
Good one. You asked me the same question.
Yeah, I think that. Well, yeah. When I ask it, I wasn't expecting to answer it. Let's see. Beauty to me is when something evokes an emotion of happiness or something that I can really appreciate or respect. So whether it be art, whether it be, you know, physical beauty. Like one time I went to see Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. And oh my gosh, the human body is just amazing. When it is fit, as far as the muscles and this, that, and the other, gorgeous, right? So the human anatomy is gorgeous.
I don't think there's one size fits all answer to what is beauty. But you know, it would be great if you could take the time to kind of sit there and ponder like, wow, what is my definition of beauty? What do I call beautiful? What do I see as being beautiful? Because I had to think about it too. And it's actually, it was good. It was nice. So we hope that you enjoyed our definitions and our conversation about beauty. So be sure to subscribe and dang, you had a great definition of beauty.
I did a what?
You had a great definition.
Which
of
was
beauty.
that? But it's all, like I said, that's it.
Cut. Okay. Cut.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Have an amazing day.